God is an awesome God. You didn't know Rip Van Winkle was in the Bible. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 14. I've given you a quote maybe several times. I know at least one time I gave you this quote. And it says, the opportunity of a lifetime must be seized within the lifetime of that opportunity. What's that mean? It means sometimes you have an opportunity. You got a bill, not your electric bill. I asked him if he had a bill. Oh, that would be great. Thank you for that. What this means is like this. I offer this $20 bill to anyone under the age of 20.
Well, I'll tell you.
Time's out. Hey, hang on. Wait just a minute. Time's gone. You see, I offered it for a limited time. Got that? For anyone under the age of 20. Now I offer it to anyone between the age of 20 to 30. Time's gone. Now I offer it to anyone between the age of 30 to 45. Time's gone. Now I offer to anyone between the age of 45 to 55. Time's gone.
Yeah, everyone's go around.
Now I offer to anyone age 55, what you come up before. Your time was already on your age. Fifty-five to 60. Time's gone. You should have been over here. 60 to 100. We'll have to wait a long time. Time's gone. I would have given it to somebody, but I don't have the 22 places. But that's what this is saying. It's saying you have a time. The opportunity is there. And you have to be like Hilda, who was ready. She was almost ready. She was close. Same as Scott. They were close, but not close enough. They still, let y'all know I didn't steal. This has happened several times in my life. I've experienced it. Opportunity, let's know I grabbed it. The first thing that happened in my life like this was I asked her to marry me. She said, yeah. What? 2 months later, we were married. I didn't put it off. Okay. another time, um, back in the 70s, 1970s, 74, 75, an opportunity for a job was offered. I making $6,000 without 3 weeks. Yeah. And that has happened several times since that time. Let me tell you something. Something is going to have to come to this church. Don't miss it. You're going to have to grab it. You're not going to be, and let me tell you, you can't just sit back there in the middle of the church. You can't just sit on the back row. You're going to have to get on the front row. You can't. I might get there. Ephesians 5 talks about written land and home. Because life makes everything easy to see. That's why it says, wake up, sleep, rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. So then, be very careful how you live. Don't live like foolish people, but be wise. Make the most of your opportunity, because these are evil days. How many of you have read the book? Maybe I'm going to change that. How many of you have never read the book Rip Van Winkle? Oh, it's not a book. Oh, excuse me. You see, I've never read it. It's called, she said it's not a book, it's a short story. What is that short story? Over my head. Classical literature. Back in the day, it was required to read in first school, not in high school. Oh, there's college. College required her to read. Hey, I didn't go to college. So you have no clue what this story is about. This story was written in 1819, that year. The man, George Washington, no, not George Washington Irving wrote this short story. I have to get the book out of my mind. Short story. He wrote this in the year 1819. That's important. This short story is about the years before and the years after the Revolutionary War. You know about Revolutionary War 1775 to 1783. That was the war that started in America and made America. Yes, I have the dates right. I don't get that. I wish church here. 1775 to 1783 was the Revolutionary War that established the independence of America. Well, this short story about Rip Van Winkle, it's not R.I.P., but R. Rip. This guy was a lazy guy. He was always in trouble with his wife. I know none of us fit that character. But he was a drunkard, always in trouble with his wife, and, you know, reminds me that last night, as you remember way back, I made the decision that before I went to bed, I would go in the kitchen and see if there were dirty dishes in the sink. If there were dirty dishes in the sink, I would wash them. Wash the dishes. Well, I do that every night now. I go in the kitchen, they're very nice, turn on the water, and I make lots of noise. And I hear Belinda say, "Honey, don't worry about that. I'll do it later." Oh, okay, thank you. But last night, I went in the kitchen, and there was no problem. All the dinner dishes were nice. Turned it on, making lots of noise. Okay. She here? I said, "Hey, you're supposed to say, 'Honey, don't worry about that. I'll do it later. What's up?'" Haha. Yeah. Okay. I just had to tell that story. Because Rip, he was lazy, his wife was always nagging on him, and he should have been nagged on and drunk and lazy and all this. But one night the wife was telling him, "You didn't chop the wood, whatever." And Rip said, "I'm going out." Went out in the woods, and he came up to a group of men who were drinking and playing games, and he doesn't ask them if he can have a drink. He just sneaks around. That's his character. And he takes their liquor and starts drinking, and soon he falls asleep by the tree. Back up to the first slide. You can escape with the best way you see there, he has his dog, his gun. Now go to the next slide. Here, his gun. And he wakes up. "Oh, where's my dog?" Gone. So he goes into town and he finds my wife. My wife died and dead. But my friends, well, all his friends died in the Revolutionary War. And he goes into the inn there, and before there was a picture on the wall of King George, I think was that time. The King of England was on the wall there. But it was gone and replaced by George Washington, the president. he had slept. Wait. Oh, we already got it. Sorry. 20 years. Right through the American Revolution. This short story is not about Rip Van Winkle sleeping 20 years, no. But the story is about that he slept through a revolution, a change. And that revolution changed the world. And he slept through it. Don't go to sleep today, because what might happen here might change the entire city of Norwalk. This intoxicating drink that Rick Van Winkle, it just so numbed his senses that he went to sleep, and he missed an awesome event in history. And you might say, well, he missed the war. Lucky him. Not so quick. Oh, well, he missed arguing with his wife. Lucky him. And that's an important point. I'll get back to that in a moment. But spiritual sleep, your soul sleeping, has robbed us of God's rest. There are Christians who are sleeping through grievous times in spiritual history. Movies. Coming up next year. Oh, good. There's the church in, not that, but the church name is Bethel in Redwood, California. Bethel is making a movie about Holy Ghost. And the happenings in that church are influencing. I want our church to influence. Why not? Why not? Why not you influence your entire school? You know, young people, you can go to school, you can go to college, and you can speak in tongues in another language, and no one will think anything about it. Because there's different languages spoken here in Southern California. They might look at you, oh, talking to yourself, you little weirdo. But maybe you should. People, adults, when you go to the grocery store, you're pushing your cart down the aisle, and you're looking and you're speaking in tongues. That's the problem. We are a sleeping church, and we will miss the revolution that God wants to create. Christians are sleeping through things that our government is doing that's changing laws for the church. And we say, well, it really doesn't call it me, so I'll just keep talking. Christians do not stand up. Whoa! We are sleeping. I want to be awake and standing up for the things in the presence of God. We are in a time of transition. But we as a very good at. But we're moving in slow motion. We're sleeping and he's calling, hey, 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 hey you on the back row. Hey, hey, hey you on the middle row. Hey you. I'm so proud of you guys. Justin, Andrew, Ryan, David. Keep moving up. I'm not very proud of Paul and Rachel today. Because they moved back about 5 rows. Let me back up here next week. They just came in late. The spiritual revolution that is coming and happening, hey, I will be there. And we have some captains in this church who will stand up and lead also. Joe, Marissa, Melinda, Andrew, captains who take a stand. Last week I talked about time out. I'm back. We talked about that last week. Now, I didn't talk about this, and I should have talked about how this cleans. Hey, didn't you spill something on the floor? Please, Linda. Pastor Linda will take care of it. This morning I was over there where Gilbert was. No, go back. There were some big spots there, and I sprayed it on it. Are they still there? She didn't see I kind of see one. I think it's still there. The spots are gone. You spray it on, take a brush, it's easy. Keeps our house looking good. But the other word for resolve, who remembers the meaning of that word from last week? I know you didn't remember about, how many remember August 31st? Oh, she remembers now. You remember last week? Resolve, what's it mean? It also, this word also means, it means that, yeah, but this word also means a decision that no matter what, I will keep on. Yeah. And there's been plenty of things happen this week to different people that they could have easily said, I'm too embarrassed to come to church. I'm too overwhelmed. I can't come to church. That happens to many people. Some people this week. But still, I see them in the house of the Lord because they made a decision, resolved in my heart. And I think maybe a little bit of a test this week also. I posted that on Facebook, I think Thursday. That my resolve was being tested to me. And I had to, it doesn't matter what pops up. Hey, I know I'm going on. I'm going to continue to come to the house. living that gives you no right to quit your church. I get it all the time. If something bad happens among you, that gives you no right to jump to another church. Instead, it gives you a right to take a stand and say, hey, we are with God. Yeah. And it shows the world I'm in wrong. You're not supporting a bad thing. No. But we're supporting the kingdom of God. Revolution means revolution. You're doing amazing things. Okay, I got it. That's good. Revolution means a change in power structure. And I am declaring to you there needs to become a change in the power structure of this church. I quit. It's all yours, Al. Okay, Scott told me to get back up here. I was waiting for Joey to come on.
You said it was Alan.
Missed his opportunity again. He missed it. This Jesus. Go on, Mom. Revolution means a change. Maybe not a change in name, pastor, but a change in our spiritual attitudes, our character, the spirit, changing that to get a little bit motivated for God. Yeah. Jesus says, do not sleep. Do not sleep while Jesus prays. Matthew 26. When he went back, he found him sleeping. Hey, Peter, you can't stay awake with me for 1 hour? Come on. Stay awake and pray that you don't become tempted. Who wants right? These guys, the disciples, were ready to experience the greatest thing that's happened. That would change their lives forever. They were about to see Jesus crucified and risen from the dead. After they had encountered Jesus, who was alive from the dead, the disciples lives changed. They reduced them into the upper room and were in constant prayer. Changed. Every Christian needs to look back. My life was changed. Fill me, Lord. Wash me, Lord. Purify me, Lord. Spiritual sleep is not good. Physical sleep in church is not good. Tap somebody and stand up. Come on. Tap somebody and stand up. You do get it. No, don't have to stand up. Come on. You got to stand up. Now you can be seated. You understand? You cannot stir up your spirits until your physical body 25:5 says, another story. The groom, he was late. And the ladies who had the candles and did the sleep, you know the story. And then the guy shows up and says, oh, he's here, he's here. 5 lit their candles and took them out. And 5 were out of oil. Oh, they were sleeping. They missed the party. You can miss the party Jesus wants to give if we do not become spiritually awake to the powers of God. Perhaps you're like the young man who was listening to Paul preach. Paul preaching. He was sitting in the window on the second floor. Paul preaching. He was sitting in the window on the second floor, listening. Paul preaching. He went to sleep. He fell out of the window and died. Oh, she said that's Tuesday night Bible study. I have that right here. I said that happened during one of Pastor Linda's long messages. No. We have to be awake spiritually. Paul challenges us in Romans 13:11, and that knowing the time that it is now high time. High time means important time to wait. Our salvation is nearer than when I first accepted Jesus Christ. Ephesians 5:14. Wherefore he's telling them, hey, wake up, thou sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee life. You see, if we are sleeping spiritually, we're dead. When I sleep, nothing happens. When I'm awake, a lot of things happen. Jesus warned in Mark 13:36. Watch. You're really trouble. Wow. I'm flying. Watch. These things come suddenly, unexpected. Just like Rick Van Winkle, many accepted invitation. Mother. What do? We hit the snooze button. Alarm. Snooze. Sleep again. Oh, sleep again. She's bad. No. What happened to her? She has a song. Alarm, song, and she just leaves it. Instead of jumping up and getting over, we have had dreams that not yet happened. We need to write down what God has given you about this church and pray and receive for it. It's going to happen. August 23rd at the Norwalk City Hall. We're going to have that table and we can minister. Oh, you see? How to meet. Let's pray. There'll be a sign there. I already prayed. I'm going to be there. Justin over here, he's counting the things he has dreamed of that not yet have happened. Yeah, God's going to do it. See what else I begin to live by following our needs. We ask God On